Okay, I need to talk about this topic because it's so close to my heart, because I'm against all kinds of fraudulent activity. You know, scam artists like narcissistic people are, clickbaits, you know, companies advertising to be something else than the reality of the situation really is, because I've been fighting against so many Finnish companies here in Finland, which have been turning out to be very narcissistic, very egotistical, no humanity, no empathy, no understanding of a difficult situation. And I have talked about. It's been a while, but I've talked about the Tinder swindler. I believe the nickname was of this man. I don't remember that man's name right now, but I have recorded a video on my YouTube about him because I wanted to address that issue as well. I wanted to speak my mind. So feel free to look into that as well if you're interested. But yeah, so because I have been scammed as well. So I did not know that there are these Nigerian scam artists. So now I'm a lot wiser because I watched this documentary last night about this basically this issue that it seems that there is this Nigerian Yahoo boys behind these romance scams. Of course, they can be men like the Tinder swindler that I just mentioned about. They can be just, you know, a one man scamming money and love and affection and attention and validation and empathy and care and support, you know, in every kind of ways from women. I have watched quite a few of these documentaries about these issues, so I have some knowledge and wisdom and awareness when it comes to this. But yeah, so it was a bit shocking, and I just got to thinking about my own situation when I was scammed. I was scammed 700 euros at one point, and I did not know at that time. I did not know that these even exist. Even though I was warned when I was trying to send the money, I was being warned that this is likely what it is, but I did not listen to my intuition. I did not believe that it's a scam because it seemed so legit. This was not a romance scam, so it was different like that as well. Because I don't usually trust. My intuition has usually been warning me about if a strange man, for example, has been messaging me online, and like I've been saying in my videos, I've been very exhausted, really, and anxious and tired. Very, very tired of them because they have been basically bombing me everywhere on social media, and I could not sometimes understand why, and I've been looking for explanations to that. And of course I believe, and I've said that I believe that it can be a psychic attack, demonic attack. So it's a part of the spiritual warfare, because I'm an earth angel, I'm an empath, highly sensitive woman, chosen one, Starseed. So that gave me some reassurance, and you know, support when I told myself that this must be the reason. And I've been talking about it and sharing about it in case some of you need to hear this, because as women especially, we can be so bombed, and we don't always know who is behind the pictures, profiles, you know, things like that. And this documentary was so good. I really recommend that you watch if this topic calls you. So these older women, were really scammed a lot of money by this apparently by this Nigerian Yahoo boys, and I just pray that they will find every one of them in the end. They had this investigator to help them, so I was very happy about that they were able to have some help. But anyway, so they paid a lot of money, and they thought that this man existed and loved them authentically. And this man does exist, but he's gay. so he's not even after women. And I just wanted to remind you guys that never give money, especially when you are a woman. If a man reaches out, and asks for money and tells you, oh, you're so beautiful, I want to marry you, I want to live with you, things like that, never trust easily. Never give money to them. I wish I had not given money to scams, and I almost was scammed one other time because of my business here in Finland. It was a Finnish guy who called me on the phone and almost sold me a Google service, and it wasn't until I was about to pay him 300 euros that my intuition started to alarm me, and I did not pay. And then I took it forward and I called the bank and told them that this is what it is, that this is a scam artist, and there was information about him online that he had been scamming like teenagers or like old people, for example, which can be easy targets. I was an easy target. I really believed him. I have usually been very trusting and open with people, and then suffered because of that. So yeah, it's important to really listen to your intuition, and if something is off, then something is seriously off, because a normal person doesn't just reach out to somebody to another country on social media and start pressuring them to pay them money, and especially large, big amounts, and be like, oh, I love you, you are so gorgeous, you are so beautiful, I want to live with you, I want to build a life with you. Come on, you don't even know the person. It's like, it just doesn't work, seriously. So, a reminder, never give out money. Never give out money. We have to be listing red flags when we are women. We have to be listing red flags when we are sensitive, empath, highly sensitive women, starseeds, earth angels, chosen ones. We need to be cautious. We need to be, protecting ourselves and our assets. And, we cannot just be trusting people like, just like that. Just doesn't work like that. But I had to learn my lesson the hard way. I've been having to block many of those scam accounts that or like spam emails, bots, and I've said that before also, because it's been so painful for me. And on top of that, I have been very bullied on YouTube, for example. People just wanting to drain me and attack me, which I sometimes did not understand either. And of course, I'm not putting up with that. So that is why I had to be hiding people from my channel and disable the comments, for my own peace of mind and for my own mental health. because I cannot be focusing on my work if I let them get me down. I've been so bullied and attacked my entire life since a young child, so seriously, enough is enough. And I'm sure that this resonates with you if you are one of my soul people. And that is, of course, what I'm only here for, is my soul people, not anyone else. But yeah, so when it comes to dating and, you know, being a sensitive woman, you have to listen to your intuition. Those men will deny your intuition. Those men easily will deny what you're thinking and feeling, apparently. And, you know, it's manipulation in itself. And it can be gaslighting as well if it gets worse. Or they just do not want to admit their shortcomings. That of course can be a fact, but it's anyway manipulation. If you know that something is true and they are denying it, so it's a red flag. If a man is not being fully open, or anyone is not being fully open and respectful, those are huge red flags that this person is being immature and toxic. So we have to pay attention and be wise and not send out money to just anyone, especially if we don't know anything about them. And you know, the conversation is just about, oh, you're so beautiful. I mean, come on. And these women are usually so kind and trusting and, you know, good people. So it is just terrible. It is just terrible. I can imagine them, you know, falling for this. And yes, of course I can, but you have to discern who is being honest and who is not. And it helps the more you're just being honest and authentic with yourself, and of course respecting and valuing yourself. It's always better. So then you can be avoiding these kinds of, you know, scams a lot easier, because you value yourself, you love yourself, you respect yourself and your money and, you know, everything, your health and everything. So you know, everything really starts with self-care, and that includes self-respect and self-love. It's also mental. It's not just about physical things. That you actually value yourself and know yourself. So then you know, like, okay, this is off. This is not for me. I really do pray that they will get, you know, caught, because, you know, the man, Brian Haugen, I mean, I just feel so bad for him. Of course, for the women as well. Of course, all of them. Yes, of course. But his identity basically has been stolen, and it has been destroying his business, and, you know, his social media accounts, Facebook and Instagram, were shut down. I just hate it personally that these scammers are supported and then authentic accounts are shut down. It is just wrong. It is just crazy. I would be so infuriated if this would happen to me. Sometimes I saw once that on Instagram somebody stole one of my photos and was using it as their profile photo. So that was like, I was getting so angry. And then luckily that account was removed. Luckily. So it seems that it was not there for a long time. But anyway, it's not at all nice when you're trying to create a business, you know, on social media, you're sharing about your own stuff and, you know, things like that, and you're just doing your work, and somebody is trying to come destroy all of it. So who would accept that? Nobody. So yeah, it's very infuriating, and it's one of those reasons why I even left Facebook, because it was just too much. People were just wanting free stuff from me, my attention, and it really felt that they just wanted to use me and abuse me. So it was not healthy for me. I was so drained out energetically, and so I just had to leave. Instagram has been okay, and now just building my YouTube channel, which is a lot of work. But I'm still doing it because I have to. But yeah, I guess this was just what I wanted to say. I just really wish the best for these victims, and you know, these women, and Brian, because you know, he really seems like such a nice man. So it is awful when, you know, these things happen to good people, when it's really not your fault. You have not done anything. And these Nigerians have been stealing his photos and creating many accounts, pretending that it's him. But maybe it's good that, you know, that this is more public now. And I would recommend that Brian would do like a live video on social media or something like that. You know, like on YouTube, for example, that he would do a video talking about this, so it would spread a lot of awareness also that way, so that people would know that, okay, if I see this happen, I'm not going to be falling for this, and he would get more support. But yeah, well, karma will definitely get these Nigerians at some point, if not yet. But you know, karma is real, and you know what you do, if you do shitty things to others, you are going to have to face them eventually yourself.